I would say greetings, this is Kabanka Pyramid representing the Lion Voice blog. Make sure that them check it out and stay tuned. See? Rastafari blessings every time.
I said.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lamb's voice. Now put it, I Jalifa said that.
This is
the Abyssinians.
The time has come for the lions to tell our own story. This is
the Lion's Voice. They had no fear at all. It was God, it was God, let him be praised. It was God, let him be praised.
What are you waiting for? Come together, calling from near and far. Know who you are. What are you waiting for? Rally up, it's Exodus. What are you waiting for? Ancestors paved the way for us. Yes, I am Ketis Oyonde, asking, what are you waiting for to come together? The time has come for the lions to tell our own story. This is the Lion's Voice.
African pride, root of all nations, boy. I tried with the lion, the Rastafari. Lion of it tried with lioness like I do. Empress on the front line, we need you. Well, this is Medicine, the steady one, and you are now tuned in to the Lion's Voice Network. What the lion forward for do? Scorch them. Roast and parch them.
Empress Manel, a lion science. Your role universally unfold, be told. Blessed love, this is Itege Idama, and it's time for the lioness and the lion's voices to be heard. This is the Lion's Voice, Rastafari.
Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the Lion's Voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use I as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Rastafari, the Lion's Voice.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the Lion's Voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the Lion's Voice, Rastafari.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to the Lion Voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here. Hear me now. Oh, yeah, the Lion's Voice. Raw.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice. Well, for unto us a son was born and a child was given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called the Wonderful Counselor, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Them call him Lidj Tafari. When he was born, rain fall from the sky. Them call him Lidj Tafari. When he was grown in airplanes he fly. They call him Lidj Tafari. Lion break the chain, weep not, don't cry. Them call him Lidj Tafari. Read the Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. Then born near the city of Harar, the inspiration for Bob Marley's guitar. People crowd him like some big superstar. It no matter if England or Cote d'Ivoire, no matter if you're brown or black like Qatar. Haile Selassie Sefi in all tribal war. A time fi gather Mount Zion, fi drive solar car from the car straight to Zanzibar. We are the sons of Lidj Tafari. When he was born, rain fall from the sky. Lidj Tafari. When he was grown in airplanes he fly. Then Lidj Tafari. The lion break the chain, weep not, don't cry. Then Lidj Tafari. We do everything.
iRoots Records, an online shop for reggae and dub vinyl, CDs and Rastafari books. Rastafari owned and operated for over 15 years. We ship worldwide. We have many titles from Frontline Publications in stock. We have 50 plus Akabeka Midnight titles, which we believe is the most of any shop in the world. Special invite for the Lion Pride. Use code Lion's Voice and save 10% store-wide. If you spend $125 or more, the discount goes up to 15%. Visit us online at www.irootsrecords.com. The time has come.
321 Productions and RBG Alliance presents the 3rd annual Conscious Reggae Concert Family Unity Fest,
Featuring the Abyssinians, Aisha Bell, Mary Isaacs, Ragalux, I Brave, and many more at the Jammings in New Kingston. 2,500 pre-sold, 3,000 at the door. Children under 12 for free. Don't miss the Abyssinians live in Kingston, Jamaica. Can't be missed. History.
In the haunting echoes of violence against women in St. Anne, Jamaica, a mysterious vigilante emerges. For the Woman Painted Purple unfurls a gripping narrative of empowerment, retribution, and the pursuit of justice. Brenda and her group sisters bond together in therapy over their common struggles, but soon their group becomes the subject of an investigation. As the vigilante's actions escalate, the relentless detective, Officer Woodley, races to unmask the mystifying figure. For the Woman Painted Purple is a pulse-pounding tale that explores the boundaries of justice, revenge, and the fighting spirit. This thrilling saga delves into the complexities of dealing with mental health, domestic abuse, and finding love after. Own your copy today. Visit www.devanigreen.com.
This is The Black Heart Man, Rastafari children's picture book, with hand-painted illustrations and rhythmic storytelling. This is a journey you do not want to miss. We offer worldwide shipping, so order your copy today at www.degreaspaintbrush.com. Alternatively, you can order your copy from TikTok. If you are interested in stocking the book, please email us at degreaspaintbrush@gmail.com. Give thanks.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Jazz Match Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan African Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of Lion Voice Live. Welcome to Lion Voice Live, and welcome to the Lion Voice Network, where the lions are telling our own story. We are here with another milestone episode. Tonight, we welcome the first recipient of our Lion Voice Network Community Works grant, stipend, whatever you want to call it. But the point is, we're coming together to honor the people in our community who are doing powerful works. And it's appropriate because this month on the Lion Voice Network is Lidj Tafari Month on the Lion Voice Network. So we are celebrating or celebrating the birth of the great emperor who would spark a global movement for the redemption of the black man, and as a result, humanity, and returning the earth to its rightful balance, black man, woman, and child as the foundation. So we are livicated here. We wouldn't have this channel without the birth of Lidj Tafari. We wouldn't have great guests like the guests that we have today without Lidj Tafari. So on this channel, in this month, we want to honor the legacy, and at the same time, we return to one of our great Maroon Queen Mothers who is doing such wonderful work. And, you know, the thing that I don't like is that we couldn't give more strength. I would like to give hundreds of thousands of dollars to our elders like Mama G and just say, Mama G, go and just full up whatever is their heart desire. We trod the rocky road, and we see the eye, and we love the eye. And we're going to get there, but we had to start somewhere. And I promise to the item, the Lion Pride, I promise when we hit 50 people in the Patreon, we're going to start giving out community grants. And we hit 50 people in the Patreon, and so said, so done. I'm a man of my word. No matter if we fail, because it took us a long time to get there, no matter if we fail, if I give the item my word, I'm going to do something, I'm going to deliver. And it has been delivered, and we do give thanks, and we're going to have the evidence with Mama G coming forward. And she would say she got that strength. And every month, we're going to be honoring a different community worker. And these workers are workers that they don't ask for anything from I and I. They don't, you know what I mean? And this is why I wanted to honor them in this way, because a lot of time, you know what I mean, ones are just working quietly, and we may not know, but they may have an economic situation that they need to attend to, and they helping so much people. Nobody asking them, so how you get your bus fare? How you get from point A to B? There's no one asking them. They just know that these ones show up, they're consistent, and they're always ready to give us strength. But who is giving those ones strength? So as the Lion Pride, we have started this initiative to ensure that we are what, you know, the change that we want to see. So we are at 50, I believe we're at 52 members of our paid monthly subscription. We want to get that to 100 so we can do more. So if you're not a member of our monthly Patreon, join the monthly Patreon so that you can vote for the July recipient. And you have to be a member for 3 months straight to be able to nominate someone. Anyone in the Patreon can nominate. Doesn't matter what tier you come in at. You can nominate a community worker that you know once you've been a member of the Patreon for 3 months consecutively. And anyone can vote. So you can join and vote immediately on who will be the recipient for that month. So we are moving forward. We'll announce the nominees for July shortly as they come in. But June, we have our very first recipient here with us today. And Mama G, if you can turn on your camera, please, so we can see the eye. I'm going to introduce her. See, it just make my heart feel good, but I don't want you to feel like we are doing anything beyond what we should be doing. This is things that we should have been doing. There are thousands of Rastafari. There's no way that Mama G should not be a millionaire with the amount of Rastafari on the planet. Everyone giving $1. All of our elders who have trod the rocky road should be millionaires and living comfortable. And we want to instill that in our global family, you know what I mean? And this is just a start to show that we're serious as a community, you know what I mean? This is just a start. So we are going to be doing something special tomorrow for our elder Bungo Wisely out of St. Lucia. We're having a fundraiser for him at 8 p.m. We're going to try to raise 3,000 US. He has to do a cataract surgery. And I feel like we can get 300 people to give $10. I just feel that way. I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if I'm a madman. But I have a platform with over 75,000 subscribers. So, as a bingy man, I'm going to use that platform, for offensive action, meaning let's take action, let's attack, let's build that economic strength, and at the same time, let us fulfill the creed: the hungry fed, naked clothed, sick nourished, age protected, and the infant cared for. So we're going to bring forward our guests. Big up all Lion Pride. Medina Simple, Island Life said, I missed the early rising sabbatical lives. Rasquasi, I pray they resume soon. Nevertheless, grateful for all the sessions. Yes, we will be resuming the sabbatical rise sessions with our African family on the continent. Just because it's summertime and I have family movements, I have to balance because I do have 2 teenagers. So, sometimes we have some family activities we have to go strengthen up. We can't always be live with the item, but we're bringing it forward with some more African and UK guests because of the time zone, so we have them early. But that's enough. Let me introduce our guest for the day, which is our Queen Mother, who is our, a light shining. And again, history, our first recipient of the Lion Voice Network Community Grant. And I'm going to encourage, this is just $100 US. I'm encouraging other platforms to match our contribution to Mama G. We want to kind of make it competitive too. So when we give to someone, we want other people, individuals, platforms, link Mama G and make sure it's actually nice. You know what I mean? Because this is the whole thing is about that giving Irish, returning to that first love, where we're giving each other and we're celebrating each other. We're not trying to critique everything where we do wrong, but we see someone strive and we say, you know what, we are going to support that one day. So help I to give a warm welcome to the great Mama G, royal blessings, Mama G. Unmute the thyself, Mama G. Greetings. You're not hearing? You're not hearing? Nothing. Okay, I don't know. Speak, let me hear. Speak, or go out and come back in.
I don't know.
Go out and come back in. Let me call you.
Yes.
Let me call you. All right, we're having a little technical difficulty, but we're going to work it out. Greeting, Mama.
Yeah, I wasn't hearing anything all of a sudden.
Okay. Come back in. Try again. Come back in and try again. All right, listen. All right, so we're working out that. But in the meantime, we are joyful in the victory of good over evil. This is the beginning of Lidj Tafari Month. We're going to be talking about 1892 and the birth of the child that would change the earth. Greetings,
Yes, greetings.
Haile.
I give thanks, man. You know, there's a little chant we always love here. One of our brethren from Mobile chant, they say, Haile Selassie is a millionaire, and I'm walking on gold.
I love
Yeah,
it. I love it.
yeah,
I love it.
man. We give thanks to every blessings, however small or great, because sometimes less is much.
Yes, yes.
So it's
And
not the amount you get, it's the effort. Because as soon as even before I went to pick it up, there was a need for someone, an elder amongst I and I, that needed them internet, keep in touch with
okay.
family, prepared. And so part of it before me even pick it up,
Wow.
go towards that. So as we pick it up, we just start to deal with that.
Okay.
So I saw it going on, what goes around comes around. 'Cause money is a tool for I and I to make sense I and I get things and duty done around here that you want to get done. And sometimes it take that fund effort. So when it come in on my hand, I have to circulate and fi help out ones and ones where you really did want help out. So no matter how small it be, you take out that and say, all right, me I go peg up on this the same way and whatever. You just send it around. 'Cause it's a tool, we not own it. No matter
Wow.
how the work fit your name in and your picture not on it. So when you get it, we use it, for the comfort and the joy and the building of the nation. So when it come to it, just circulate.
Wow. And I was gonna say that um I know that the I would share it, but what I want to say, just even in the future, with this grant, and I'm just saying this for everyone who's gonna get this grant, if you want to take the whole of this grant and go to the spa for yourself, we would still give thanks, because this grant is for the workers. Because no, a lot of time we know that the workers are going to take it and help others, but we want them to feel some joyfulness
Spread.
and to
Yeah,
take
man.
care of themselves too. So just to
Spread
hear
the
that you
love,
said that, I'm not surprised that the
Yeah.
I help a next one, but I just want the I know there's no expectation from I
But
and I
I know,
side.
but I just say it go with that. I just say everything run with that, no
Yes.
matter how it go. No matter how much me down and something come, there's always someone either approach me before or whatever, and say it I go just do that. And yeah, 'cause me can't just get have it and say when me joyful. And then me I wonder about that person. So I wonder how I'm still with that shit. So me just spend, make it happen. Cause
Yes,
everything,
yes.
let me tell you, man, is a joy. It can't explain no words of how the great source and spirit take care of I and I to continue the work. Sometimes if you ask me, I don't know how it happen. Cause I have
Yes.
three grandchildren now where their mother passed, and it was my only daughter. So I have three daughters, them have grow up, and I just me in charge, because as we say the father them. So I just me in charge of them, and I deal with that at the same time. But I know no pressure,
Okay.
man. Whatever job put in and I don't own it. It's just get things done so that I can lie down comfortable and sleep when
Yes.
time
Well, we
comes.
give thanks.
Because
No, we give.
I'm stressful away. So if money I have to spend to make that stay out, so we do that, because what is it? But
Wow. So did you know that this grant was coming? This $100. Did you know before I said anything?
no, I never know nothing about it. I just come at a time too, because you're done in the work. And I middle of the conference where I get the conference done. That
Okay.
and I have, as I said, a workshop following it up with Sabria. So by the time I come off the conference, I have to jump in at this workshop with Sabria. And
Yes.
so So you know, I go in night when you call me and I say, no, sir, I want workshop, me I go in. And because of the conference and everything, even you know, everyone I wonder, even Sabri, I say, boy, if we tired or me growing, you say, me growing, man, I gotta deal with it. And you know, we're going and it was a great workshop I did, you know.
Yes.
Use and deliver what me supposed to deliver and so.
Give
And when me
thanks.
come out me touch back base with you and I said to you, say, me out workshop now, so. Because when me I get the message, I walk to go tune in now, like how me tune in. So we say, all right, me can't think talk to Kwesi and thing. We can't tell him thanks good, you know. And I go
Give
in and
thanks.
when me come out, I when me link you and I say, boy, give thanks in all Jah Rastafari bless and keep. That's how it go, man. And I know the amount, you know. You hear me tell you, because Jah bring I night to zero
Yes.
already for months. Me not spend money. Years and a guy in a year, no money, no spend, just I live off a land and I live on the grid. So we go
Okay.
zero in this life and come forward where we can see our money. So what 500 value in a someone pocket, it value in a my pocket more because there were days when I don't spend that, right? You're saying other life.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
so, and months, you know, spend that. You know, so
Well,
then $500 more value to me than another man $500 because that a $500 come like 5 million sometimes, right?
yes, yes.
You see,
Well,
so,
well,
so it's not the
I
paper, you know, it's the value you on it and how you spend it, you know.
well, we want to do more, but we do what we can. You know, we do what we can in
Yeah,
this
man, I give
moment,
thanks, man,
and
As I say, you know, richness, how I know it and wealth is, you know, even even money have a principle, and if you not observe the principle of money, then you not gonna really have it, you know, all the while, you know. And it's not no only for an eye, sometimes I yearn for it because money, when you have too much, it comes with too much responsibility and accountability and all kind of energy now that you might even get to do your life purpose because you have to deal with this vast amount of money where you're in and it is a job to itself. So we just ask for what we want at a time. If you want a machine and it value $200 and you can go buy the machine, give me. You really want the $200 because the $200 takes some time to go spend a
yes,
good
we're
value
not
more
seeing the
than
eye. We're not seeing the eye. Good, Mama G. You have to hold the phone and look on the
yeah.
phone. Good.
Yeah, man, we value more than the $200 the
Yes,
time you go spend. If you go spend that the $200. So if I want a file, I just say file I really want. I don't really want the money to go buy it, you know?
yes,
Because
yes,
the money you want is the file you want to do something. So, because the money take a time to go spend on all kind of something. You could have lose yourself, go buck up in some demon spirit, even in the place where you go buy that your name come back to the task you set out to in the first place. So, more time I just want what I want where I there. I don't really want no money to spend
yes.
like that. So, but you know, money is a tool and we treat it like that. You
Give
understand?
thanks. Give
Yeah.
thanks. Give thanks. Well, we just want to know the eye to know that you're appreciative of,
Yeah, man,
and
but I
that
greatly appreciate the effort, man. Greatly. And if I even $1 you did give me, I value it like a million because I know the money amount is the effort and the whole consideration behind the fact why you want to give me this. So what
yes,
you give to me is more valuable than even how it would look to someone else, you know? So we give
and
a lot of thanks for that. See,
yeah,
I want to
man.
appreciate love all the works that I and I do, you know, because even when you appreciate love it, you still don't know all the effort and all the nights there where we will just sit on your son and go through certain things and have to draw a book and write down certain things and go through them, you know, because we want to make an effort to do something and make the
Yes,
world a better place
a
than
better
how
place.
we come find it, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
we honor you, and you have now entered a permanent place in the history of this channel. You know, the
Yeah.
very first recipient of the grant. That is a history. So the
Yes.
I name is in the history book for the Lions
Yeah.
Voice Network. and
Well,
you
yeah,
set a
go ahead.
standard. You set a standard as a Queen Mother, as a
Yeah,
Maroon, as a African fighting for your people, as a
yeah,
Rastafari matriarch. You know, you set a standard for all of the ones that will follow the eye, because
yeah.
every month we're gonna give that to somebody else
Give
around the
thanks.
world.
And I hope it increase, For
It's
the
going
ones
to
them as
increase.
it go along, it will grow. One of the things, when I look at everything, one of the things I really bear in mind, taking in consideration, just slip me up when I was about to say
Yes,
today. Yeah, but yeah, mind just dwell on something, it will come forward. So,
yes,
it's a journey. It's a journey, my brother. It's a journey. This way, yeah. Because sometimes you ask yourself, the work you do, who is your paymaster? Who really put you upon a job? And who is
yes,
real paymaster?
yes,
But I and
yes,
I can say, I and I is taken care of, we don't know it happen. But it happen. I like when the week finish and me look forward to the youth them going out to school, and then and me look at me and say, I do that, and I never know how all of that come through. And I like week
yes.
and month we keep doing the thing because we want to do it. And
Give thanks.
once you just call, out of the blue and just say Ray, because them know what I and I do. Because as an independent hearted person, me grow up
Yes,
like that, and it's very hard for me sometimes for what people are called beg.
yes,
And
I
at the
know that.
same time, I don't really have a fear if I have to ask someone, because I know say at the facts me I go to you with and say no, say so and so and so and so and so. But at the same time, I avoid doing these things. I try to hold my independency, because I know what that can cause, and the work that I do, no strings attached when no one helping you, like there's some
Yes,
strings
yes,
attached. Any type of vibes like that, me no want. Me no want receive. Understand? Me rather do without. And when we say do without, we know for do it. You understand? 'Cause as a child, me grow up knowing hungry. One way where, yeah, me have to hungry, no eat for a day, and you have to grab machines
yes,
and go bush, go
yes.
look all yam, go dig all yam, a farm, dig it for yourself, and you look a bungalow wood same time, and yam in the middle and the wood, and you tie up everything, and you come home, come, catch fire and cook, and from we are 12, 9, we are do them things. You
Wow.
understand me? That's why we have a spirit of independence. You can't feed we, no matter how much food you have, if we decide say we're not gonna eat it. You can't close we, you can't feel your independence in everywhere. We learn them things there, as a youth I come up. So
Wow.
it instilling a I and I know. There's no hungry that can make me decide say, well, say me have to take that money. No. Me I go look at breadfruit, climb a tree myself and roast that. And eat that. If me name have a coconut, me can eat that without nothing. I'm good. And me still can do it. And me still will do it at this age. And there's nothing in my life now where me I go reach. But me now go resort back to those type of independency. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because I know what vulnerability can do if you decide say you're vulnerable because of funding. And we're going on one grid where we live without money for long and I just living off the land. Yeah, if I just
Okay.
anything the land produce, I eat, we eat. Even if we have to eat it every day. Every day we go to the bowl and find little susumba, little bean, 2 okra, and just come with a coconut and just cook down that and eat it, and every day we nice and we not have to go look for
Okay.
money
Okay.
from no one. So when you talk about marronage, and I like something we gone a long time where, yeah, say, well, I have 4 parents today. I personally, in my life, 60 odd years, I've been through them journey there. You
Yes.
understand me? We have been through them journey there where we go through some journey in our life where them days there you like you want to feel ashamed, right? But then when we look back now, I can talk about them anyway, because them Bill I.
Bill I. So how
Yeah,
did
man.
you identify where to find the food stuffs? Did you
Okay, we
know
know for
the yam and the okra them and the sasumba? Where how
we
did
know
you know to
we
find
know
them
for
thing there?
well, we have a few things we plant on the land, like,
Okay.
that you have
Okay.
the retainable food, like bush cabbage, always did it. You
Okay.
have
Oh.
bush, the original cabbage when I fall. We grew up with them, something there's a bush cabbage, always did it. Cowboy tomato, which is a cherry looking tomato, always did it. Because the tree they you can have it for all a year if it then a good soil. You understand? And it ever bear, right? We have spinach, right? You have bean, where you might plant a root of bean and whatever. You have okra, where you do two okra might not feel, but you have okra. So every day them things you have to say them bear. Each bud them I put up, them put on a flower, there's bear next one. So you pick one and one I get ready for the next day and then continuously. If you live by the earth feed you like a cupboard, like a supermarket, ever have something ready going. But many people won't know that because they're not really living on earth like that and depending on the earth, them and the earth have that relationship there. You know? Susumba always out there, not out there. You have a one coat and a treat, always I got have a one planet. And so you
Yes.
can get off and so on, whatever, two cocoa you draw and whatever. There's always something to occupy on a tree. The same way the bird go find food every day.
Yes.
You can go forage, man, and find food every day, man. Spanish nigga
I
can eat like callaloo,
yes,
and all
yes,
these things and I medicine them at the same time. So we not have to really sometimes resort to the things we resort to say we want money for food. Where the food there? In a Kentucky, in a the supermarket. I mean, ah. So these things, keep happening and these things we are live and people just now build them independency. There's a level of dependency. A man, if him not reach at the doctor, him dead because of the doctor and the doctor medicine. And the bushes, them, the herbs, them, they burrow up him pants are call to him when him a pass him. And nah drink nothing, he not help himself.
nah, help himself.
You
So
understand?
so are they is it as easy to find food in this 2026 as it was one time because modern development and people now plant as much food as one time? Do you think that 2026 is still possible for do them type of foraging and
There's
finding
still a
food?
little foraging. Not right now we have to consider planting some trees.
Yes.
Like especially fruit trees. Anywhere we see a piece of land we can take a tree, especially when a good weather. Just plant. You have two
Yes.
sucker where instead of pull them up or grow some place in a yard where them shouldn't be a pear tree. Just look around in a place and you find a space, instead of bank in there. And just put the pear tree plant, go dig a hole and put him down there, especially if rain or fall. By the time
Yes.
season for done, him will catch root and can go to many of we born come see some tree or some place. We never know them get there, you know. And we left it for the next generation. So it's
Yes.
a time now since especially Melissa, where spirit show me say fruit tree planting should go on right now. Anyway, we don't have to own no land. Just anywhere you see where a tree can grow on it now go be the way of no vehicle, no people, no where it a go damage no one if a fruit even drop off there. Just plant it, you know,
Yes.
because
Beautiful.
we're gonna need it because enough tree fall down in the storm. Enough
Yeah,
tree
man.
get uprooted and some very we have one breadfruit tree where used to feed the whole community we get uprooted, you know. So we have to just restore. But there's still a little can forage. Like Susumba will always out there. How we forage things in Jamaica is that enough time the farmer might give up a space in use to farm, but he
Yes.
still have a couple banana root left there. He still have like yam. yam grow from yam seed. So if yam seed drop and grow over the years and nobody not dig it each year, it get bigger and you can get more yam from underneath it and so that's how sometimes food grow forward around here. You can
Okay.
find a nisberry tree in the bush because even the bat them we eat it. Nisberry
Yes.
tree and tree where they in the woods and so many of them are bat plant them, you know.
Yes.
Cause them
Yes.
eat the fruits and them fly and when them for them drop very fertilizing and then drop with the
Yes.
seed in there. So it grow. So you can go, you have people are selling this berry and market fruit much a dozen and that. They don't know nothing about the tree. And in a bush them we find the tree. Guinea the same thing. Aki are the same thing.
Hmm.
You understand? Sometimes river carry these seed too. From one space, wash it downstream. Sometimes then wash out pan land and then become a tree, apple tree, and then some the apple grow wild pan riverbank side. Some of the sweetest, biggest, nicest Ethiopia, Ethiopia apple you can find just on the riverbank. You
Wow.
understand? Pear tree grow wild too. You understand me? And you can find them something in the woods and find some nice fruit, sour sap, same way. You just
Nice.
a walk and come up on a tree where you know, say, I don't know, and not really, this a forest, you know. I want to really reap from them tree, because them tree, they stay out there and feed bird too. And bat and them things there, so then them survive, because they know them tree, they and eat from them. So there's always something out there for forage. But we still have to plant, you understand? So we have more control over food knowing so we can get a surplus here because we plant them also. But you have a lot of crop where a bird and bat and water and so really plant them there, you know?
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Yeah.
I see a comment here. Marty Lava, big up yourself. He said $10 for your elder surgery. Please add fear, cause I know Dr. Umar Griff here. Let me just say this. If you're going to donate, the way we do fundraising on the Lion Voice Network, we like to send it direct to the people. I don't want to be a pass-through for fundraising. Any collective fundraising we do is through the Lion Pride on Patreon, like how you see we have given our elder here $100. So that the only collective fundraising we'll do here is through our Lion Pride on Patreon. But what I am advocating is to connect with the elders directly. So tomorrow, when I will give $10 on your behalf, Marty Lava, because you never know. But moving forward, don't send to I and tell I to give to someone else. We want the ones them to give directly to the ones them, so that there can be no confusion as to who give what and what, when, where. Our community now, our Patreon community, we will collectively now select different fundraising projects as we get bigger. Because remember, there's only 50 people in the Patreon right now. So as we get bigger, the amount will get bigger. So we started with $100 just to show that the concept. But eventually we want to get to $10,000 and $100,000 and all them something that we want to build to that extent when we reach past 1 million subscribers and all of these things, and we have 10,000 people in the Patreon. Then now we can really fund our workers. Because remember, my philosophy is that we put capital or money in the hands of the workers, the people who are doing the work, and let them thrive. Because if we do that, you see, we gave Mama G a small stipend, which is $100. Already the first thing she's thinking about is her next elder, where she go link, and pay Wi-Fi bill for the elder. So this is how our workers think. So you can imagine now we give $10,000 to Mama G. You know how much people are going to benefit from that? You know what I mean? Just because of who Mama G is. You know what I mean? So
Give away where they give to me. Always.
Yes,
Don't go you
yes.
spend it by yourself.
But that is the other part we want to encourage is for the workers to take some of that, pay their own bills, spend upon themselves, because the whole concept is we want them to know that they are valuable too. Because when you do a lot for people, people just expect you to do that, and they don't check by you,
Right.
and it become an expectation, and them will all
True.
bad mind you if you don't do it. You know what I mean?
And then don't even know, eh?
Yes, yes, yes. And Martin Lava, we give thanks for the I answering the call.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because fundraising. I've been doing fundraising over 20 years for the Rastafari community. So money is a thing where you can't to play with in this community.
True.
You know what I mean?
Like
So I
Harar.
like when people give directly to the people who need it,
Yeah.
so that way they don't have to look at I and say, boy, this and that. No, we just provide the platform, and then you go straight to that elder or that person or that cause, and then they get the benefit. And that's my vision for the platform, where when we bring a guest on the platform, I want to see 50,000 people give $10 to that guest, so that guest now leave with $500,000. We can do that with technology, and I keep saying this, and we're going to do that one day, and I'm going to keep on blocking the sound until it manifests. That's the divine power that we have in Kadamari Haile Selassie I. We speak the word sound, and it become
Okay.
manifest
And
without
and
apology. Yes, I.
and brother crazy for all the ones them online. Yeah, who don't really acquaint with I and the works, We just coming out of the conference, and here where I am is the Asafu yard, and the word Asafu mean warrior in the tree language.
Yes.
And we have this space, but we don't really have a concept around it like that. They used to do wrestling with the young men them in here, but it never really have a concept around it. So we are looking at being in dialogue since morning with one of the brethren who presenting at the conference, and he's still here, but he is from overseas, and we were looking at a program, um, name the not just um, name after the Asafuyad,
Yes.
a
Yes.
spiritual program, where we can introduce, to like spiritual warrior program,
Yes.
where we can Africanize our male, you know, m- warriors into, and also the women, because you have enough women warriors, but into the discipline of
Yes.
spiritual warriors, not physical warriors where still want to fight this battle physically, but because we have acknowledged and recognized that we are still in a spiritual warfare. So is to equip the minds of our young men, not to have the mind to want to do to how they feel and maybe go into battle, which sometimes end up only amongst each other. You know, we could also use these qualities, you know, from being a spiritual leader, all the qualities that we get
Yes.
from being into that fighting mood, being who the Maroon is, now incorporate it into a more controlled program where we can teach the different qualities and the different attributes of being spiritual warrior, and using them to develop ourselves further in life, and it will also help to get rid of many things we see coming up on us. Instead of talking, we actually will be doing these things, and with a rites of passage to it,
Yeah, man.
So I'm kind of working on that program right now, putting it together, and see how we can start. And I don't know how we can incorporate, because we work along with many schools with the history and the small Maroon museum we have here, but we could also incorporate this
Yes.
African African manhood training, spiritual warriors and the ways of it, you know, through education, social welfare program, and peaceful progress. Because, you know, I it come to me for a
Fix,
while,
fix
you
the
know.
camera. Fix the camera good, Mama G. So,
Yes, it
yes,
comes
yes.
to me for a while, you know. So I'm just saying this, you know, because I know Brother Chris is there saying that Mama G has done a lot of work, but these are some of the things that sometimes the spirit moves me to do these
Yes.
programs, because they might look simple, but it's a way of saving our African, especially our men. And when we look at the young generation now coming through the school, we wonder how strong they will be to defend the African, um, in a time like now, you know, in a global way, you know. And when we look at them, we are saying they don't look like our youth has been really ready because of a lot of issues. So I think because of the name of the space being a Safo yard, and the word Asafo mean warrior, but we don't want to take on physical warriorship now, because our ancestors are already done that and we're not going to reinvent the wheel. But because we are on the spiritual warfare, we think we should, you know, explore the qualities and the attributes of being spiritual warrior, and how
Yes.
they can focus these things, cultivate the mind, you know. They say a spiritual
Important.
warrior is someone who confront their inner demons, you know, 'cause each one of us have some energy within us that we need
Yes.
to really deal with, you know. Sometimes they say the fight is within, you
Yes.
know. It's what your energy tell you sometimes cause you to go so far as to be in conflict with someone else, right?
Yes.
And self-ignorance and ego is the three enemy, which is like universal enemy that we need to silence in order to go on and be a part of this world, and can conquer many other foes that we will come upon, you know. So I want to
Definitely.
really help our youth them in that way, because being who I am, you know, a lot of people come to me many times and it's like, yeah, they equivalent me to Nanny, and it's like I should be fighting. I said, no, I'm not that. And I don't have to do that. She had done that already. I don't want to redo what has been already done, you know. And that is who I really am, because even with the fact that you're telling me that I am the first recipient, I laugh, because many ones might not realize that, but I, in my self discovery, I've realized that I have a pioneering spirit.
Yes.
Yes, and so I always in the lead, like be the one to lead something, even with whether I know of it or not. I always like will take a stand. Like you say, I went to Suriname, and even the Suriname Maroons are very traditional. They save a lot and they held on to their tradition. And when they break their tradition to give me a gammon, I'm the first female gammon even over there.
Okay.
You know, and it was like I smile, because I say I know that's my spirit. You know, I'm like a pioneer, where we go to the place and something will never happen, where nobody dreams would happen to no, would happen to me like that. And so
And it's the
that's what
most high.
why I become the first recipient to lead the way. You know,
No, it's the most
because
high. It's the
yeah,
most high.
man, I'm
And
happy.
and and big up to all of the Lion Pride and Patreon that selected Mama
That
G, because
yeah,
it
give
was a
thanks, man.
collective, it was a collective sound, you know what I mean? And we do give thanks. And just to respond, Marty Lava say, and you know me not like prosperity gospel, but I wanted to show respect.
All
This is not prosperity gospel, because
right.
the money where you give now go save your soul. I
Oh,
never tell nobody that. You know what I mean?
oh boy.
What we are doing is harnessing economic tools to
Yeah.
make progress. You know what I mean? We are
We are practicing the act of kindness.
yes, and the act of kindness.
Can't
Give
just chat
thanks.
and not do it.
Exactly, exactly.
Chat, chat,
So
chat, 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 and have the biggest word in our English to say about some things and no action.
and no action. And you know, I call myself an actionist. So anything I talk, I
Yeah.
have to fulfill it. I prefer
It's
to
just the
fail.
act of
Yeah.
kindness we are perform and
Yes.
show someone else that they can do it too. It don't have to
Yes.
be through your channels, but do it around here. If we don't do it,
Exactly.
how we expect others to do it to we?
Exactly.
Walk of kindness around here. Yeah, man, be in charge of your people. No one have to crown your king, be in charge of your people. Then. No one
Yes.
have to crown your queen. You look around, you see people around you that is hungry. It's noble enough. It take a noble spirit to see that somebody is hungry. And before you eat, you share some food with them. They next.
Yes.
That's nobleness. Yeah.
Yes. And we don't want to wait till some outsider come from Europe,
No.
come tell us that Mama G is a
Yeah.
great
And we
worker,
don't want to lose
or
that kind
America.
of spirit neither. If we don't
Yes.
practice it, we will lose it.
We don't practice
No
it, we
matter what
will
we're
lose.
going through, we want to remain noble people, because that is who we are.
Yes.
Take
So
care of
we
others around us who is maybe less misfortune than yourself. No matter how misfortune you might be, there's always somebody less than you. So if you can't take care of somebody that is more higher than you, there's always somebody that is lower or more less fortunate than you that you can apply that same energy to and feel like yes, you're strong in a way because you can help someone. Doesn't
hmm
really matter. It's a chain reaction, you know.
what a joy. What a joy. So tell us what the eye has been up to in the last since we spoke last. What
Yeah.
works has the eye been engaged in?
You know, say I'm engaged in a whole heap of things. There's a whole heap of little work in the pipeline coming up with other indigenous people globally and issues that's worldwide issues that they, you know, I'm in dialogue now with some of them that I'm trying to do some work with, and they are not just Maroons, neither they are from other tribes who heard of I work and want to involve I into some universal work that affect indigenous people like ourselves. So that is one of the works we're working on right now. Don't want to get into much details about it right now, but it is in the pipeline. You know, I have been working with um, a journey that I might soon be on with universities, with and a global platform dealing with some of the issues that face us as African people. And I will be journeying into the continent soon from now on that journey. So I have the conference here that we do yearly that I just finished doing, and write a paper on women and resilience. Um, that women are the culture of resilience, being the fact that they went through conception and motherhood. These kind of roles teach us so much about being resilient, even if you don't go through a situation, but just those roles teach us resiliency. So, yeah, that was my paper in the conference, and then there was Suriname was here, and they repeat the honors that they gave to me in the conference here by honoring me the way how Suriname did by putting layers and layers and layers of prepared cloth wraps that they call pangi there. Something you see me wearing, you know. Layers and layers of them when they honor you, that's how they do it. Because the cloth mean a lot. In Suriname, it's very spiritual. The women sew these. And all the village you go, the women is sewing, some by hand, some by machine. So it's very spiritual, the pangi. They call it the pangi that they made. So there was a ceremony in the conference where we had a delegation from Suriname who came down to do it for me, you know, and to the community as well. They extended to the community because that is how they honor in Suriname. So yeah, I am going. And other things, you know, I've done a few workshops, spiritual wellness workshop that I do every year. I think this is the third
Okay.
or fourth. I did one with Sabria and I did one with me and Sabri, and then I did one last week by myself. Um, um, so yeah, these works, little by little, going on. A lot of writing. I'm doing some writing now, and as I say, I have two projects. One of them is um the the project I want to put in the Saffron yard here, and about re-Africanizing our people,
Yes, yes, crucial.
and yeah, getting rid of some of the colonial ways, and we want to focus on our males or young men, as warriors,
Critical.
and instead and challenge the energy and redirect them into their self, to first to fight some of the things. If since you have this energy to fight, the fight begin within. Some of the energies that we need to shed and release and let go, so that we can, grow. And so, help them step by step, in a very militant way. We will militarize the old program that we, because we wanted to have a curriculum as like a warrior program, so. Oh,
Mightyful, mightyful.
yeah,
Um, these are so necessary, and
yeah.
again, we want to help the eye to achieve these goals here at the Lion Voice Network. So anything I and I can do to assist, the eye
Writing
can,
concept,
yeah,
no, putting the concept on paper,
yes,
and then from then after we put out the concept, we move towards making up a curriculum for it, so that we know step by step what we want to teach for the day,
yes,
going through it, and so in a way where we can put together it in a book at the end of the day.
yeah, man,
So,
makes
this is what
sense.
we come up with, because
Cause a lot of the youths them are going into scamming, going
yeah.
into
And
badness,
we can't
these
say much
things.
if we're not putting anything. I haven't seen anything like, a whole schooling program based around the youth then. And then you see them want to
Yes.
the
Can you
warriorship.
hold the camera so we can see the eye, Mama
Yes.
G? Yes,
Sorry
sorry.
about that. They
No
reach the
problem.
age where the warriorship spirit is calling, yes, and they want to defend, but they don't know, how to defend and what to defend if you don't, you, you don't show them this way, So everybody getting away and everybody getting up and say, well, there's something to confront, and yeah, you have to aspire after your own enlightenment, you know, and then now you can use that to focus on helping others, instead of wanting to defend or attack. We want to more focus on accepting, and perpetuating life more, than defending and attacking it. So it's to teach the youth them this way, and I am shedding it down, because this old place where we in the Asafu, the word Asafu, means to means warrior, you know. And as the Maroon, with all the Maroon principle and the Maroon, that we have learned from Maroonage,
Yes.
all these principles we learn, all how to survive, how to be so resilient, and all these things. We have to package them as women.
Okay.
We are the, as mothers, we are the one who mothers these youth. We look at them, we see where they're going, we see what they're doing, we see where their energy, and know how to challenge that energy and guide them in a way that you're not trying to get out from them that they shouldn't be a warrior, but challenge these energy in a more productive way, and show them, with a combination of being warrior and scholar at the same time.
Yes.
So
I was watching YouTube and I saw a video. There's a popular rhythm in reggae music called Hill and Gully. right now.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
there's a young sister named Hope Vocals.
Yeah, from
And
Moortown.
okay,
Maroon.
you know her, you know her.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the reception been of that song? Because I love it. But what has the reception been in Moortown?
Well, I don't really know within Moortown. Many people is very happy about it. And so, because that song is what I know that song like we I say is a Kumina song, you know.
Yes.
And so in Kumina is really the Kikongo, which is Congo.
Okay.
And you know Moortown has always because of Nanny, they say she's equivalent to Yasantua. So at the end of the day, they more look to the Ashanti. But the
Yes.
Congo was very present. So my town that I am from in the hills of Mobile, which is what they call Flagstaff now, but was the original Kojo town in
Okay.
those days. That's where my
Okay.
grandparents is from. That's where I
Okay.
am from. So that town had Congo people
Okay. Okay.
and Angolan. So down in Wakesfield, where I was from, when you come to the back road of that Maroon town and come down into Jomili, enter into Trelawney now, because that town is on the border of Trelawney and St. James.
Yes.
So when you
Yes.
come down on that back road now, you end up in the town that I was born in, Wakesfield, Jomili,
Yes.
Wakesfield,
Yes.
near to Bungasville. Now in Wakefield, you had a space known as Congo Town back in the days, and beside Congo Town was Touchtown. Now Touchtown was Rasta, the early Rasta. There was this lady we call her Urina. She was our old Rasta woman, ancient Rasta woman, very strong Rasta woman back in those days. They were at Touchtown, and beside Touchtown was Congo Town.
Yes.
Our town had Congo and the back road coming out of our town, many of the Maroons them that was not transported went down into Wakefield. It was an African village at the time. Um, as one of my understanding is that it was named Wakefield because the African was allowed to have their wakes when they have dead. So there was a
Okay.
lot of drumming that get done there. And in Wakefield was this touchdown and this Congo town.
Okay.
Because some of the Congolese, them, if you look into Dallas book, they said the Akampo Maroon would hunt the Congolese, the Congo settlement and destroy them. So we had Congo settlements in our Maroon town, but it was like when I'm trying to follow the Congo ones, them it's like they always kept to themselves. They were very spiritual because the Congo people were the ancient Bantu people from Egypt from
Yes.
them days, right?
Yeah.
So they were very spiritual. So they left a lot of spiritual knowledge everywhere they go. And when we went into Sierra Leone the other day, you have Congo squared over there. I heard that you have Congo Square and Congo Town in Louisiana as well. So the
Yes.
Congo would left their marks everywhere, right? So it's a strong vibration, with the Congo and the Kramanti. Now I know that a lot of the Maroons, them that came out of Moortown and Nannytown era, some of them go over into St. Thomas. So they call some
Okay.
of the ones them over there Catterwood Maroon. So when the Congo come in, the Congo them was the last indentured worker they in carrying. The
Yes.
Congo they mix with whoever was from the Maroon who scatter away and go over there.
Okay.
And they continue drumming. So the Congo and the Maroon one them, the free Congo indentured worker, with the knowledge was where some of the Maroon them from out of Moortown era go over Nuku Nuku Pass and through Bart Fountain here at this and go down into St. Thomas and Golden Grove
Yes.
and mix with them and they call them Catterwood Maroon plus the Congo people. So down in my era you have the Tambu, which is similar to the Kumina in the
Yes.
west
Yes.
because we had Congo and then you have
Hold the camera good, Mama G. Hold the camera good
Yes,
because
sorry about that
this is
again. And
key.
then you have
No, go ahead.
the Congo people that was in Saint Thomas. So it's the west and the east of the parish had Congo people, and the Congo people is very evidential everywhere they go. They left strong spiritual connection. So that is one of their song, you know, cause my spiritual tongues that I speak when I speak, they call it Luanga, and
Okay.
it is coming out in the documentary that I do. When I speak it, the only people I hear speak it back and was people from Suriname. So when I went to Suriname, they said it's ancestral language that
Okay.
most of the Obeah man them speak. And so, cause in Suriname you have the Obeah man them there, cause their spirituality in Suriname is Obeah.
Yes.
So even though they were not colonized by the English, they have Obeah. So find out that these Obi ones over there, they speak Luanga.
Yes.
Luanga, when my documentary sister who is doing the documentary was doing the research, she went with me to Suriname. She document them on what they told her about the language, the name
Yes.
of it that I speak, because some of them speak it when I speak it. They were the only one where I hear answer me back with it, and I was very shocked when I first hear them because I said these
Yes.
tongues is like, you know, it's only me alone said them when the spirit move upon me. So when she researched the name of the language with them tell her, and she found out that it was a great elite tribe that originate from Congo.
Okay.
And the raffia was their elite cloth. No, I was wearing crocus bag, and I said, so when she tell me and show me the clippings, then when she come up, and I said, oh, okay.
Okay.
So the crocus is a substitute that I was wearing for that then.
Yes.
You understand? And so I was doing my research now, and I was in a group with some Native American, Native Canadian, and they teach the medicine wheel in it. So one day I was thinking, and I said, medicine wheel is more like Indian, but isn't there anything like that that we as African have? And I start to do my research, and I come up on a cosmogram of the Congo people, no name the Dikenga or the Yowa.
Yes.
And so I've been going through the spiritual practices of it. It's a circle with a cross in the middle, east, west, north, and south. Same way. And it's like a compass that can guide you through life if you know how
Yes.
to
Yes.
operate it. And when I went to Brazil and I came upon Brazil people in there, it was so evidential. It was even more than Suriname. Because people would come up to me and say, we meet again. And I said, but I never know them before. You know? and, and it was like, in there, people was just, why when they invited me, I get into the spirit and start speaking this language to a lady. She is a black activist from the black woman, black catalysm movements woman them. She had a church, and so she invited me. She come sit all day with me, but I don't know Portuguese and she don't know, so she just sit and we just look at each other every now and again and laugh. So she come and look for me. That time I went there as an artist in residence. So she invited me to the church. I went to the church, how much people was dressed in white, and they put me on a seat to sit down, and I sit there, and every one of I had see a mat in front of me. Every one of these people were coming to prostrate on them belly in front of me, and I said, but I have never been through this experience. What must I do now? All these people lying down on them belly in front of me. And I had my staff because I carry my short staff in my suitcase. So I had it in my hand, so all I could do was just touch them with it when they come could lie down because I said, I don't know I've never seen this before. Everyone was prostrating on them belly in front of me. And some was crying all tears. And I was saying,
Wow.
what is this? So I was just, smiling and taking my rod, my little shots Anurad that I had, and just touch them on the shoulder. And then they would get into all kind of energy and get up, and they were some was so taken that I touched them with this, and I was saying, wow, what is this? You know? So much things is there when you give yourself truly, to the spirit, and know that you try your best, to walk in this way. And it's not about walking it for somebody to see you and
No.
document and take a picture. I'm talking about behind closed door in the dark.
Yes.
Yeah, when nobody don't see you. You there on it, and at that time you all get stronger because you go stretch out all upon the ground and I talk to Mother Earth. And I said, Jah, give thanks for the journey so far. Give thanks. You like listen, and you praise Jah when nobody not see you.
And
Those are the days.
yes, we advocate for both. We want you to give in secret and do
Yeah.
like we're doing now, give publicly, because
Yeah.
we want our young people to see us
Yeah,
as
man, I give
Mama
a
G
lot
said, being
publicly,
kind. Yes, yes,
I
be
give a lot.
kind.
I am not fearful
Yes,
to live this.
yes.
I am one way obedient to the spirit
Kindness.
and will live
Kindness.
it, and yeah, man, go out of the way and do things that other people might don't want to fear to throw up the man and say give thanks. I'll go down on a knee anywhere. I'll do that. You understand?
Yeah, man.
You
Because
understand?
I give privately a lot of things I do. I don't bring to the Lion Voice Network, but
Yeah, sir.
this is our opportunity to
Yeah.
just show our appreciation love. If you're just joining us live, we have Mama G here, the first recipient of our Lion Voice Network community grant. We will be giving out $100 every month to a different worker in the community globally. And the people are selected by our monthly subscribers. They can nominate people, and then we vote in our town hall meeting who will get the recipient. And Mama G is the first recipient. She has picked up her money already, and she's already spent it on another elder, some of it. And I tell Mama G, even if she had taken the whole of that and take it and go at the spa, we would have been so happy, because these funds that we're giving are unrestricted. That means the people who get the money don't have to spend it for the cause that they're working for.
And
They
it's
can
all you
spend
want.
it any way they want to spend it. Because it's a appreciation love to say that we see them, we love them, we value them, and we're not going to wait until they're not here with us, even though it's a small amount, but we're small in number. So we have to humble ourselves too. We're only 50 strong in the Patreon. We need more the item to join our monthly subscription and Patreon, so we can have 10,000 people and we can drop $10,000 upon somebody's head top a month time. We would have loved to do that, but we have to get there, and we're starting where we are as a small number, small token, 50 people. We're giving $100. We still are not, remember, we're still not full-time here at the Lion Voice Network. So we still are trying to build this as a full-time operation and get there. So we have other things that we have to invest in as well. But we're not going to wait until we get full-time and everything perfect before we start to give. We are starting now, and this is a community of like minds coming together to take action, and we are encouraging, we are requesting, we are challenging other platforms to do the same. Find people in the community who are doing work, highlight them, give them the platform to amplify the good that they are doing. And if we do this, good will overcome evil. Right now it's pure mix-up and foolishness that we're getting pushed by the algorithm. So we have to counter program by doing positive works, positive vibration, and more positivity we put out there, the more it's going to amplify, the more it's going to spread of our children. So I really do give thanks. I really do give thanks, Mama G. Any final words, Sound, to the global family? as our first Lion Pride and Patreon grant recipient. Any final sound you want to block? And also let people know how they can support the eye movement directly, because you have more works that are going on. It's not just one little thing. Mama G is here doing work. She said she had 2 proposals she's working on. So let the people know how they can get in contact with the eye if they want to book you for a workshop, if they want to work with the eye, and then just give us your final sound on being our history-making first grant recipient.
Yeah. Well, you know, my number is on WhatsApp, 1-876-895-7832. 1-876-7832. 895-7832. Yeah, my final word is to families, stay strong, you know, in these times, find peace of mind, because everything what is going on is just an experience for the learning. If you even feel like you're making mistakes, mistake is one of the things you learn from. Expert learn from mistakes. So don't be afraid. Don't be fearful in this time. Don't be hopeless. There is a lot of happenings, a lot of good things happening, especially for us. You know, because we are always at the bottom of the ladder from a long time. How ones want us, where ones want us to be, even though we hang on and we are resilient, but at the same time, we see the wheel is turning, and we see Africa going on the rise, even though it look like that, but we are rising, we are fighting, we are moving, our brothers and our sisters, regardless of what is happening. Sometimes some little things happen that we don't like, but they're coming together still. We see the unity, that we have unity, even though sometimes some things will look like we don't have it, but we have it when things happen. When we are to come together, we come together. And so we give thanks for the journey, for the resilientness of our people, for the strength, for the unconditional love after being dished out so much hatred that we still have, for all those who still keep the sanctity, even those that has been traumatized, has been holding on to them sanctity and still doing works, still trying to help each other, you know, and I'm encouraging you. I'm looking for all the good things to say about you today, you know, because many times we just see only the bad in us, and we've been chastising and trashing ourselves and trashing each other. But I today is saying that I give thanks. I am very happy and proud to be part of this nation of black people, and I want you to hold on. There's hopes. There's hope in everything we do. You know, while we have life and we live for those who have gone on, many of our people who are doing great work, and we that are here continue to live for them, you know, and to stand strong and to give yourself a pat on the shoulder, black man and black woman. We have stand up and still held family together after 500 years of one of the most terriblest situation, terriblest condition. We have been through it and still holding on. And I am happy for that, because even if some gone, 2 can represent a nation, 1 can represent our people, 1,000,000 can represent 1,000, and we are more than that today. So give thanks for the journey. Hold on, because it's just before the darkest part of any day is just before the break of day. Of any night is just before the break of day. And even though it look dark now and it look away, but we are about to triumph. So hold on, my people. Give thanks. Hold on. Look into life. Look back and look forward at where you have been coming from and where you have been now, you know. And just, yeah, man. Bless up.
Mightyful,
Much love.
mightyful. Give thanks, Mama G. Again, heart of love. We love the eye. We give thanks for the eye. And I
Yes,
will be in touch with the eye
yes,
to see
man.
how we can assist.
Yeah,
Again, as you go along, when you're ready to launch out anything, this is the I platform. Lion
yeah,
Voice
man.
Network is the I platform.
Yeah,
We are
man.
doing the work. I am building the audience so that when you're ready, you're supposed to can come on and say Ray, and the audience say hey, and the thing
Yeah,
done. Right, that's all. We fund
yeah, man.
everything, and it does, and the I just do the work. That is what we are building here, not just for the
Yes,
I,
brother.
but for all of I and
For
I
many
who
ones
are,
and ones,
yeah,
yeah.
are doing the works.
Give
So,
thanks, brother Pacey. Take care of yourself. Give thanks
yeah,
for the
man.
community and the love that extended to I, that the item extended to others as well. That your store basket, your store room, that you will increase in everything that you do, so that you can help each other and help others as you know commit yourself to do.
Yeah, man. It all gonna
Yeah.
happen. It all manifest. So perfect love, Mama Jeep. Love and
Yes, sir.
honor, and we'll be in
Another.
touch.
Bless her.
Rastafari. Blessings.
Rastafari.
Eyes is
Yes.
eye. Eyes is eye. So there you have it. The great Mama G was there. Um, we are doing the work, you know what I mean? And I've been getting a lot of correspondence from ones as people find out about the platform, and everybody have their recommendation and suggestions, and I do give thanks for them. But I am very purposeful in how we are approaching the channel. Yes, we try things and we do things, and if it doesn't work, then we adjust. But I'm very deliberate. I had a brethren reach out and say, "Boy, you'd have reached a lot more people if the intros them were shorter." And I know that. I know that we break a lot of rules for content creation here on the Lion Voice Network, and I do consultation. So what I consult to people is not necessarily what I do. That's the beauty of having your own platform. Because I am a Rastafari brethren and we've been doing this for some time, I want to create a platform and a culture where we set the tone. So that long intro is gonna evolve. And as you can see, we're putting more Rastafari businesses, ads in there. So you won't see as many artist drops. Those will be replaced with businesses, and we're creating a marketplace. We're gonna open up each episode with a global marketplace. I want to big up the Griots Paintbrush, our latest advertiser on the channel. The brethren did a children's book called The Black Heart Man, and he started with us and ensured us that he's with us for the long term. And most of our sponsors, when they come, they are long term. They're looking at this as a long term. They want to grow with us, and that's what we're doing. And what we're asking the item is to just support the sponsors, buy their products. These are great gifts. These are great ways to just engage. And this is how we feed our ecosystem. When it says, "Come out of her, my people, let ye be partakers in her sins and share in her plagues." Coming out of her means that you're taking your money also, and you're not just buying back. You're not just buying back consumer goods. You're going to feed the ecosystem. You're going to buy from your brethren and your sister. You're going to support Rastafari media. You're going to support Rastafari-led events like the Conscious Reggae Concert in Kingston, Jamaica coming up. You're going to buy a novel, an epic thriller like the one from Sister Devani Green. You're pouring back into, and the bigger the ecosystem gets, guess what happens? Now, when you're ready to have your product, there's already an audience that's cultivated for the eye. So by feeding the ecosystem, you're actually supporting yourself and your future endeavor that the eye want to do. So this is the concept, and this is an offensive strategy. I have been on the other side fundraising, so even what I'm doing now is things that I've been doing for over 20 years, raising money for elders, doing all of that. I didn't lead out with that because we've seen that, and it can get very wearying. I overstand once I've been giving and giving and giving, but without the offensive part where we're actually generating revenue to build things futuristically, we just become a reactive movement, and we're just reacting to the tribulations that befall us, and we're taking our money to deal with reactive things, and we're not building institutions that are actually generating revenue that can then invest in creating solutions on the front end of these things, you know. So that's the Lion Voice Network. It's a family business. Big up to my queen, my youths, them who help when they can. I'm losing one of my potential workers. My daughter is starting university. So, but what we are doing is now bringing that defensive side. You know, we're starting back that defensive side in the sense that there's so much need from elders in the community that we also have to start now bringing forward some of the elder care, and I'm going to, you know what I mean, we're gonna balance it. So for those who can support our elders, because we can't wait till it's perfect, because if we do that, a lot of the elders will not be here to get the strength, you know what I mean? And that's why we have to balance how we're dealing with the elder care. We can't wait till we're at full strength to start bringing, because some of these needs are immediate needs that need to be addressed. But what I'm saying to the family is that we can't, you know, I don't want to be the pass-through entity. So don't send money to give to these causes. We are, and the description of every video, we're going to have the contact information for the guests, and contact them, have them, and this, because a lot of our people are not optimally set up to receive strength, and we understand that, but that's their responsibility. You know, we're only taking on so much. Where we can assist, but I believe that the support should go direct. That way the item can hold the ones them accountable for the attributions, and we just don't have the capacity to check on all of these things and ensure. This is a very small team, as the item know. So this is another cause. This is our elder Nana Faraika, who has a GoFundMe. We need about $500 to bring this to its goal of 4K. So I want to share this with the family. You can go to, I'm going to start putting it in the description of the videos, but you can go to GoFundMe and just type in Nana Faraika. And she's an elder. She's one of the elders who taught you know what I mean? This is one of I key elders. So definitely go and support her. Tomorrow evening, we'll be hosting Bongo Wisely, who's raising funds for his surgery for cataracts coming up. And tomorrow is Bongo Wisely's Earth Strong. So we're going to celebrate his Earth Strong, and we're going to be opening the line so that people can raise funds for him. So, you know, we're going to bring in this aspect of the work as we go along, as we grow. We're at 75,800 strong in the Lion Pride. So we're racing toward 80,000 subscribers. We are doing over 100,000 views per month. We're doing over 4,000 watch hours. That means 4,000 hours plus of people sit down and watch this content. So we are building our community. We are getting stronger. But as we get stronger, again, the responsibility builds. As we build as a platform, the responsibility of the platform grows because of who I am. There's very few people on the planet that could do this work that I'm doing, and be trusted by the community as I am trusted. And the trust that I have, where you see people come on this platform who have never done interviews before, just because it's I reaching out to them, I don't take it for granted. I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm very careful. And again, we are changing behavior here. We are going into uncharted waters for the Rastafari movement. And the only reason that I feel comfortable doing that is because we are frontline warriors for real, in real life. You know what I mean? We're not weekend Rastafari. We will live this 24/7. And the ones them who know I know that. You know what I mean? If I step into a Naya Bingi session at Pit 4, Jamaica, them go and say big up Rasquasi because them know I from Chadi Naya Bingi, not because I'm on Lion Voice Network. You know, this is something new. So before we ever step in Lion Voice Network, we were chatting this chat with the whole heart and doing works before we video 1 second. As a matter of fact, we come from an era where we used to burn camera, burn video. So most of the work that we have done over the years, we don't have no, you know, there's no recording of these things, and sometimes I feel sad about it, but we just move forward with the work. So when I started this work, I had no doubt, and you can go forward to the early episodes. I had no doubt that it was going to work, and it is working. It's taken a little bit longer than I thought, honestly, because I thought with 75,000 subscribers by now, we'd have at least 1% of that 75,000 as paid monthly members. And 1% is 750 paid members, and we have 52 out of 75,000. So that kind of surprised me, but I don't take it personal because, again, what we have done has never been done before. Rastafari, people are not used to monthly subscription, all of these things. So I understand all of that. So it takes trust. Again, people don't know a lot of people don't know so it takes trust. And the people who know they'll come, but you can't force them. You know, they'll come, and some of them have come. Sometime I link a one and they say, yeah, man, I'm going to join, and they don't become a Patreon member to 2 years later. That has happened. So it's a process, you know what I mean? And we are going through, you know, that process to build something that has never been seen before in the history of Rastafari. But trust me, we have not scratched the surface of the power that we have as a global collective and a global family. No one, and the thing about it, the sweet part, you know, is that we're gonna do it in the name of Kadamawi Haile Selassie without apology, hailing Haile Selassie as the Almighty, because a lot of people want to, you know, small down the emperor, or a lot of people want to go around the emperor or bring up them own doctrine in front of the emperor. We're not about that here on Lion Voice Network. We're going to show with the divine powers of Kadamawi Haile Selassie I what we can accomplish as Rastafari platform, but also as a Pan-African platform. So we're going to be bringing some of the top names in the Pan-African movement to the Lion Voice Network. You'll be able to hear from them right here, some of our great Pan-African elders, some of our warriors, you know, both on the continent and in the diaspora. So we're just getting started, and this month is Lidj Tafari Month on the Lion Voice Network. So I just wanted to take some time before we see up to talk about Lidj Tafari Month, why it's important for us to celebrate Lidj Tafari Month, and also to remind everyone that I wrote a book about the birth of Lidj Tafari called Haile Selassie's Ethiopia, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings. And it's not a small book. You know what I mean? It's a novel written as an epic fantasy, but it's all factual. It's cited, the sources are cited, and it's really setting the stage for the birth of Lidj Tafari. And we're gonna be starting our campaign to start volume 2. I'm gonna actually launch a GoFundMe because I want to go to Ethiopia and do some of the research there, the primary research in Ethiopia, get some translations done so that we can continue telling the story for volume 2. And then these works, eventually, we're going to have them adapted and turned into animated films. That's the vision for this series. We want the whole of them to be turned into animated content for the young people. So Lidj Tafari is very important because it marks a turning point in the whole Pan-African movement, in the whole story of the African continent. We talked about the 90th anniversary of Haile Selassie's speech to the League of Nations. So regardless of what anybody says, the first time that the nations were addressed by a head of state, where they were brought, before judgment and justice, that was Africa doing that. That was an African standing in their midst to bring down that judgment and justice. And that African was Lidj Tafari, you know what I mean? So this is why the birth in 1892 is so important. 134 years we're going to be celebrating this year of the birth, and we're going to have content this month that talks about Lidj Tafari. We're going to do a panel about my book, so I'm working on that, and we have some other guests that are planned just to bring some highlight. Our first guest, if you haven't seen that episode with our royal sister from Guadeloupe, make sure you go and check it out. Sister Ashaya, let me oh, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. If you haven't seen that episode where we talk about Dr. Vitalien, make sure you check it out. To me, it's already a classic episode. If you haven't seen this one, go forward in the archive and check it out. Just go to the Lion Voice Network page, click on the live tab, and it will take you here to the episode with Empress Ashaya. It is very, very, very powerful because we have, again, one of our sisters, French-speaking Caribbean, and showing all Rastafari has impacted there, and also that there was a French Caribbean doctor, Dr. Vitalien, who was instrumental, sought out by Ras McConnell to teach his son French and to teach him about the world, and so he would have learned about healing, he would have learned about medicine, and he had a love of medicine his whole life, established many hospitals. So just learning the foundations of Lidj Tafari, I think, is very important for every Rastafari, every Pan-African. And one of the goals of this channel is to restore Haile Selassie as one of our great Pan-African leaders, because even in the Pan-African community, they take away His Majesty. They don't mention His Majesty. The propaganda that Haile Selassie was a puppet of Europe and these places still persists because of the lack of information. They don't know that it was the European and the West that actually fought to take down His Majesty because of what he represented and the works that he was doing. So we have to educate the people. That's our responsibility as the children of Kadamawi Haile Selassie I. And Lidj Tafari, again, is the starting point. It's the origin story. You see on this channel, I ask everyone to step into the time machine and to give us their origin story. And it's important because the origin story, you know what I mean? These are the things that nations, that empires, that peoples are built on. The origin myth. America today is the 4th of July. They're celebrating the great American myth of the American independence. which, it's controversial because Africans were enslaved, on July 4th. So a lot of black people in America don't celebrate July 4th because even though it was independence from America, even though America said all men are created equal, they still had Africans in slavery. So, but again, this goes to the foundation story of America. All peoples have their foundation stories, and it's very important that we know ours and that our children know ours. And this is why I started by writing about the birth of Haile Selassie, of Lidj Tafari, and to show that even before he was born, he was special. There were astronomers and astronomists who predicted the birth of this boy, that he would be a special child. His birth was foretold in the stars. Ras McCunnin was consulted about these things and was very aware of these things. The fact that his mother had so many miscarriages before giving birth to him, and that after him, she died in birth. So he was the only surviving child out of the womb of Yoshimabet. All of these things are part of that foundation mythology, and I wrote about all of them in the book from a factual point, because when you look even in the book of Revelation, it talks about the dragon who stood at the womb of the woman that was to give birth, to slay all the issue of her womb. And then you read about Yoshimabet, miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage, and then finally giving birth to Lidj Tafari, and then Lidj Tafari essentially conquering death from his first breath. The very fact of his existence is a testament to his triumph over death, because all of his siblings were claimed from the womb or shortly thereafter. This is part of our origin story, and these are facts. That is the beautiful part about it. These are part of our things that every Rastafari youth, every brethren and sister should be able to recite these things without difficulty. If you have not purchased a copy of Haile Selassie's Ethiopia, make sure you purchase a copy, because we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a panel. So make sure you're ready for that. If you've purchased it and you haven't started reading it, now is a good time to read it, because we're going to go in depth into some of it. And it's a comprehensive history, not just of Ethiopia, but the whole African continent leading up to 1892. And that is one of the things I wanted to do, is to put His Majesty's story in the context of Africa, so people would know that some of the last independent kingdoms in Yoruba land were being conquered in 1892. Some of the, what was happening in the Congo in 1892, what was happening in Ghana in 1892. All of these things are featured in the book. So again, this month is our month to celebrate that. We will be chanting Nyabingi Isis here in the Washington, D.C. area. Preparations are underway. So we may have a couple days where we're not broadcasting, but I'll try to, we'll try to fill those spaces with content. But it's a joy. And as you can see, we are evolving, and we are growing, and we are winning, not quickly, because anything that's lasting is an overnight thing. But the fact that we can gather on a Saturday and bring up an elder, and the elder has gotten $100 US, which I don't know what that convert in Jamaica, but for someone who's not expecting that, as she said, it's a joy. You could see the joy on our elder, and it didn't take anything much off of any individual within Lion Pride or the Lion Pride on Patreon. So when I say to strengthen our guests or to strengthen this platform, this is the principle that we are cultivating. with this Lion Pride audience. And if you're not a member of the Lion Pride, I'm not talking to the eye, but give thanks for your patience. Some people just come to hear the stories and or they come for an individual or the family member. They're not Lion Pride. But the beauty is that I am talking to the Lion Pride. Those who subscribe, they are part of the Lion Pride. So if you subscribe to the platform, I'm talking to the I, and we are 75,800 plus strong. So to I, that's 75,000 chances that we have to change the world, one person at a time. You know what I mean? And again, 50,000 people giving $10. You know, we were funding projects now. We become, you know, what they call an angel investor. We become that angel investor for all of these creatives or different ones who are doing different works. We have that ability with our platform that we have built as a community together. And I say this without apology. We have the greatest comment section on the internet. When you come to the Lion Voice Network, if this is your first time, or if you haven't been to a live, you have to go in the live, go in the comment section, you're going to see people meeting and greeting. You're going to see knowledge just being shared, knowledge are pour out of people. You're going to see, you know what I mean, respectful debates. You're going to see joke. You're going to see, you know what I mean? This is the community that, to I, that's the most important, or one of the most important aspects of what we're building is the community. And if you join our Patreon and you watch our town hall meetings, you'll see the same energy in the town hall. It's just positivity, positive vibration. And it's going to continue to grow as more people find out about it. You know, you saw my sister from Guadeloupe, Sister Ashaya. You saw, you know, the joy on her face. Is like she come to a family gathering and she looking in the comments, she seen her brethren comments, the sister, and she don't know about the Lion Voice Network, you know, is our good brethren, Lidj Tafari, one of our Lion Pride on Patreon, who recommended her. But she didn't know about the platform, and now she knows about it. She's gone back and she's watching, and it's so joyful. So it's like a family reunion. People are coming because people realize immediately, okay, this is the authentic thing. These are the real something, because I see people where I know are real battlefield people and they are here already. So that is what we're building, and we're going to have a lot more artists too. I'm working behind the scenes. We have some things scheduled, some big artists and some upcoming artists. So we're not neglecting that side of Rastafari either, which, you know what I mean, that's the side that bring in the people, to be honest, and the revenue. So we're not going to ignore that. And we have those connections. So you will be seeing some major artists, Rastafari artists, on the platform shortly in the coming months. We had the legendary Abyssinians who just posted their performance that they did, acoustic performance for Abendigo. Make sure you go check that out, go watch that. So all of those things will be there. And as the platform gets bigger and we have more revenue, I'll be traveling more too. So we'll have more in-person interviews. We'll have better equipment. You know what I mean? So the thing is going to continue to step up and continue to evolve and continue to be better. We do have a hard stop time today at 7 because of the IDOR study group. If you are interested in becoming a part of the IDOR study group, join the Lion Pride on Patreon. We posted Zoom link in the Lion Pride on Patreon for those who want to be a part of our study group, where we go through the speeches of His Majesty and we study. And you can join the Patreon for free. You don't have to be a paid member to get the Zoom link for the study group. You can join for free and you can join us there. And you see that we had our episode with Bongo Jerry and iYard Radio. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to iYard Radio, go over to iYard Radio, subscribe. to IAD Radio, one of our other Rastafari independent non-aligned media partners. And wherever we can do good, let's just do good, family. The Armageddon is here. The Straits of Hormuz are still locked down. The energy shock has not yet hit, but they're saying it's going to hit probably around August, September. So let us prepare ourselves. Let us get ourselves together, because unity is our strength and we're going to need each other. So make we just put on the little petty differences and come together as one. Lidj Tafari Month is here. Lidj Tafari meaning new beginnings, a new, as one would say, a new faculty of overstanding as the ancient Martimo planner, who I had the privilege of seating up with at the University of the West Indies. I had an opportunity to seat up with Martimo and go into some history one-on-one, courtesy of my brethren Kadamawi Knife, who made the link. But Lidj Tafari, make we set it. Make we set it. You know what I mean? The time is now. Make we take this levity that we all love to new heights, new vistas. You know what I mean? The world is looking for solutions that we already have, but we cannot keep them inside of us. We have to manifest the glory and the majesty of Kadamawi Haile Selassie I. It's I and I time. You know what I mean? I and I time. Brethren say, Jaboni was chatting about Bongo. Big up Jaboni, and I elder, same way. All of the ones them who, everybody have their place in the ecosystem. We're holding our lane over here. Everybody have them space, and we do give thanks. You know what I mean, for everyone who is rising up their voice. There's never been a better time to be a content creator than now. Everyone can cultivate their community. Everyone can, think. So whatever you're looking for, but for the ones them who say them love Jaboni, make sure you support the brethren. You know what I mean? That is what I say, because some people don't love I don't mind, but I say to them, find who you love and support them. You know what I mean? Don't be this kind of on the fence person and you just a critique and you're not support nothing. Don't do that. Support someone. Marty Lava say Trump is warning about fertilizer crisis after he blow up the street. I don't even want to laugh, people, but it's I don't even think enough of I and I know how serious what going right now is, But as we say, it's coming. Whether we like it or not, crisis is coming. And because of the global supply chain, it hasn't hit the West yet, but it's coming. And again, the strait is still closed. Remember that. And we said here that the war is going to be a long war. You remember we tell you that here? This is not going to be no short something. So the world is never going back to how it was pre. We can take it back as far as 9/11. You know what I mean? There is a plan underway being unfolded, and better believe that they are purposely collapsing the Bretton Woods system, the system that arose during the time when His Majesty was on the throne. His Majesty was trying to reform the system through peaceful means. These brethren are just going to destroy the system and bring in a new system that will require complete subservience. So unless we come together to create the alternative, we will go down with Babylon. That is one thing that is for sure. So the Lion Voice Network is just I and I recognizing that fact and taking action and gathering our international family from across land and sea. So if you're watching live, give thanks for the item. If you're watching on the replay, give thanks for the item. This was another historic episode we interviewed our first Lion Voice Network, Lion Pride and Patreon Community Works grant. Mama G, you heard her. She got the funds. She already started spending the funds and help other people. Next month, it will be another recipient. We're going to start the cycle again. We will be voting in our July town hall meeting. So if you want to vote, join the Lion Pride on Patreon now. If you want to nominate, you got to be a member for 3 months consecutively before you can be eligible to nominate. If you want to vote, you can vote immediately. Join, be a part of the solution, and let us continue to rise together. Why? Because the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is what? Is what? Is what? You can tell Sam McQueen is not here doing the production. Come here and try to sort out. This is the Lion Voice. Ili.
I would say greetings, this is Kabanka Pyramid representing the Lion blog. Make sure that them check it out and stay tuned. See? Rastafari blessings every time.
I said.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lamb's voice. Now put it, actually for say that.
This is
The Abyssinians.
the time has come for the lions to tell our own story. This is
The Lion's Voice. They had no fear at all. It was He must God, it was God, let him be praised. He must God, it was God, let him be praised.
What are you waiting for? Come together, calling from near and far. Know who you are. What are you waiting for? Rally up, it takes the dust. What are you waiting for? Ancestors paved the way for us. Yes, I am Ketis Oyonde, asking, what are you waiting for to come together? The time has come for the lions to tell our own story. This is the Lion's Voice.
African pride, root of all nations, boy. I tried with the lion, the Rastafari. Lion of it tried with lioness like I do. Empress on the front line, we need you. Well, this is Medicine, the steady one, and you are now tuned in to the Lion's Voice Network. What the lion fought for do? Scorch them. Roast and parch them.
Empress Manel, a lion scientist. Your role universally unfold. Be told. Blessed love, this is Itege Idama, and it's time for the lioness and the lion's voices to be heard. This is the Lion's Voice, Rastafari.
Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the Lion's Voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use a yet an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
Fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega, representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice, Rastafari.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Person. I'm saying hail to lion voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here. Hear me now. Yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice.